commissioners at the board meeting today regarding the alleged pay-to-play between City of Melbourne Mayor Paul Alfrey and real estate developer Larry Jarnes. As I've demonstrated to you across this series, Larry Jarnes and Mayor Paul Alfrey have a very close personal relationship and business relationship, yet the mayor continues to vote on and sign resolutions benefiting Mr. Jarnes' company. There is currently a multi-million-dollar hotel and parking garage project that looks like it's going directly to Larry Jarnes, that the mayor and the city council is supporting. And as you've seen in my other videos, I have brought up this unethical relationship, these voting practices, the signing of these resolutions, the mayor receiving federal funds that he voted for. He has a history of unethical behavior and, in my opinion, unlawful behavior. But I brought it up to the city council and they've done nothing. Hopefully the county commissioners here will do something about it and actually listen. Let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be speaking in a moment. As you can see in the front row, we have the Melbourne City Council's
Our next part is Long Island Audit.
Yeah!
Good morning. Good morning, commissioners. My name is Sean Paul Reyes. I'm an investigative journalist and activist, founder of Long Island Audit, Inc. I don't really, if the residents want a parking garage, that's fine. I just think the way it's going about and the details of it is a little murky, especially...
Alright guys, here we go. This isn't just another meeting, this is a fight for the First Amendment. We're walking straight into a county board session to expose alleged corruption, backroom deals, and a possible pay-to-play scheme involving Mayor Paul Alfrey and developer Larry Jarnes. The stakes? Millions of dollars, public trust, and a system that might be protecting its own.
I heard them talking about they don't want to do 50 years, that you guys wanted 50 years, and now they're offering 15 years. But let me just get right into it. I'm here today to raise serious concerns regarding the proposed hotel and parking garage project, a joint project between the City of Melbourne and Brevard County, and the broader issues of transparency, ethics, and public trust surrounding it. I brought this matter up several times during the City of Melbourne council meetings and to the council directly, and who is here today, sitting right behind me, and they have largely ignored my concerns. Let me be clear at the outset. This is not about personalities. It's about accountability, ethical governance, and the appearance of impropriety when public authority intersects with private interests. The public record reflects a close personal relationship between Mayor Paul Alfrey and the project developer, Mr. Larry Jarnes, who I believe is also here. And I think it's interesting that everybody who supported the project happens to sit right next to Mr. Jarnes, the developer. Wonder why. The relationship has included shared travel between Jarnes and the mayor, business promotion, financial interactions.
Nobody's sitting there.
Okay, in the vicinity, I'll say. Oh, No, I'm pointing out things. No, sir, this is my public speaking time. Can you be quiet, please?
No.
Can you be quiet? This is my public speaking time. Okay, well, this is my speaking time.
I just wanted to point out that.
Okay, well, that's not a fact. They're sitting in the vicinity of him. If you want to be an attorney, we'll get to that later.
I understand that we don't want public attacks and things like that, but we are looking ourselves into a lawsuit.
Yeah, have you ever heard of the First Amendment? Like, dude, you earlier told somebody, oh, don't direct anybody directly. You had said that before. This is my time.
Now we live inside. The room is tense, eyes watching, officials sitting front row. The statement begins calm, but the message hits hard: transparency, ethics, accountability. Allegations of personal relationships influencing public decisions are laid out clearly. But just as things start getting real, interruptions begin. And that's when you know, something just got uncomfortable.
This is my time. Guess what? You need to be factual in the First Amendment, sir. We have freedom of speech in this country. You're not here to detract against my time. You're interrupting me, Chairman.
I have a right to do that. I'm the chair.
So go ahead, keep talking. Now I lost my whole train of thought. Anyway, regardless of intent, these facts alone create the relationship between Mr. Jarnes and I think maybe you. Let's look into that. Regardless of intent, these facts alone create a reasonable perception of preferential treatment in a project involving public approvals and public resources. What deepens that concern is, despite the relationship, Mayor Alfrey has repeatedly voted and signed on governmental actions directly affecting Mr. Jarnes' interests, including but not limited to zoning decisions, contracts tied to this very project. Ethical standards exist for precisely these situations. Recusal is not an admission of guilt. It is a safeguard meant to protect the public confidence. When recusal does not occur, the integrity of the process itself is put at risk. This project is not isolated. It appears connected to a broader pattern that warrants scrutiny. Based on the facts and records I reviewed, it appears Mayor Alfrey is engaged in criminal activity, and I understand that these matters related to this conduct are currently under the review by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. I am stating facts that taken together raise legitimate concerns about overlapping personal relationships, public roles, and financial benefit. For example, the mayor's private roofing company received federally funded payments through Habitat for Humanity, an organization whose local director, Anna Terry Berry, is publicly documented as being friends with Mr. John's wife, Jeanette Johns. When public officials participate in decision-making, I'm talking, Chairman, in decisions affecting close associates while their private businesses receive public or federally funded work through overlapping social networks, the public is entitled to question whether ethical boundaries are being respected. Because of this pattern, I want to be transparent myself. I am now skeptical. It's not. Stop interrupting me. I am not skeptical of only the relationship between Mr. Johns and the mayor, but also whether similar personal relationships and business relationships exist between each and...
Boom. Confrontation mode activated. The speaker pushes back, demanding his right to speak. This is America, and the First Amendment isn't optional. But instead of listening, officials try to control the narrative. The pressure builds as serious accusations are placed on record, conflicts of interest, financial overlaps, and a system that may be bending rules behind closed doors.
Every one of you. It's not an accusation, it's a statement of civic responsibility. Scrutiny is how public trust is preserved. We the people expect more than technical compliance with ethics rules. We expect leadership that is cautious, proactive, and protective of public trust. When officials fail to recuse themselves where ethical standards clearly call for it, the burden shifts to the public to demand transparency. I respectfully urge this board to ensure that all actions related to this project, past, present, and future, are handled with full disclosure, documented independence, and a commitment to restoring public confidence. Development should not come at the expense of integrity. Chairman, I'll be emailing each of you with all the evidence, and I've uncovered during my investigation. I'll be following this matter closely, and I hope you strongly investigate and reconsider this project in its current form. I prefer the 50 years, by the way, but thank you.
I challenge you to one thing.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Challenge me.
Allegations are proven to be false. And all these individuals are exonerated. I challenge you to come back here and admit that you're wrong.
What allegations is false? What allegations are false?
When they are.
What? How would you know?
Then if they're true.
Have you investigated the allegations, sir? You're coming from a position of bias as a public servant. I mean, have you investigated the allegations, sir? Have you or not?
If they're true.
Has this body investigated the allegations?
Okay.
Your bias is very clear, Chairman. Thank you. Yep. Your bias is very clear. I think this guy's on the payroll.
So, individual ethics issues of individual elected officials is not really within my purview, right? But to date, the city has gone through a public-private partnership process pursuant to your statute and our own ordinances for.
Alright, now we're getting deep into it. Detailed claims surface, business ties, shared networks, federal funding connections. This isn't surface level anymore. This is a full-blown exposure. The demand is simple: recusal, transparency, accountability. But instead of answers, there's deflection. And when leaders avoid clarity, it only fuels suspicion even more.
Application, consideration, and the review process so far hasn't been finalized yet. And so again, right, each individual, both commissioner and council member, needs to consider financial conflicts of interest and other things and decide whether or not it's appropriate for them to vote.
Is there any further debate? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries unanimous. Thank you.
I really hope you're not on the payroll of Larry Johns, Chairman, like the mayor here.
I hope one day you can say something.
Yeah.
Hey, Mayor.
You want to have an interview? Would you like to have an interview, Mayor? Sit down. Talk. Mayor, would you like to have a sit-down interview and talk? You can explain your position.
Thank you all.
Hey, Mr. Jones, I did not get a chance to speak with you. Would you like to do an interview?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I would just like to speak to you regarding your relationship with the mayor and the business projects and, the zoning and things like that.
You're entitled to certainly your opinion, and Merry Christmas.
Yeah, no, I know, but it just seems weird that your wife is on text messages saying that she's going to talk to Anna Terry Berry, the director of Habitat for Humanity, that the mayor gets all the jobs. Has Relentless ever done business with Alfred Roofing, Mr. Jones?
Merry Christmas, man. I hope you have a great holiday.
Are there invoices that you too, sir? But the people have questions. You got to answer some questions here. It looks highly suspicious. You go on vacation with the mayor. You go on regular dinners to Pineapple with the mayor, right? It's pineapples. You could clear the air right now if you're just friends. Do you have a business relationship with him?
And just like that, the decision gets pushed through. Fast. Clean. Almost too clean. No real debate. No deep questioning. The system moves forward like nothing happened. But outside the meeting room, the real pressure begins. Direct questions hit the developer. And guess what? Silence. Evasion. Quick exits. That tells you everything you need to know.
Do you pay the mayor money through his Alfred Roofing? I have the invoices, but you sure? Do you want to answer that question, sir?
Like I said,
are you
you're
excited?
Entitled to your opinion. Merry Christmas.
Are you excited about the project getting approved? I'm gonna make you a lot of money, right?
You're not gonna make me a lot of money.
The bakery didn't do
for the people.
The bakery didn't do well, right? You had a bakery down there. We Bake. The mayor promoted that business, right? Didn't do well. Heard it went under. You have a lot of LLCs in your name. You're a very prominent businessman here. Why is it that you want to do this hotel so bad? What do you gain from it? Would you like to tell me how much you're making on this hotel project, Mr. Jarnes? LJ4. Well, I guess he doesn't want to answer our questions, ladies and gentlemen. He's just best friends with the mayor, and the mayor votes on all of his resolutions for his numerous LLCs. He gets a hotel and parking garage project worth millions of dollars, and he doesn't want to even talk about it. I mean, if you're going to be doing work for the people and gaining our tax dollars, you should probably answer some questions. I get it, he's not a public servant, he's a private business owner, but he's a private business owner that's receiving tax dollars through contracts. He has a personal relationship with the mayor and a business financial relationship with the mayor. He could have cleared everything up. I've never paid the mayor any money. He didn't say it, did he? Because he knows that he has paid the mayor. He knows they have a very extensive financial relationship.
Alright guys, let's break it down. When someone has nothing to hide, they speak. But here, dodging, avoiding, refusing to answer basic questions about money, relationships, and influence. That's not confidence, that's damage control. The public deserves answers, especially when taxpayer money is involved. And right now, those answers are nowhere to be found.
I mean, it is what it is. It's quite disgusting to me that we the people have to deal with this. All right, fellow patriots, so that was a very interesting Brevard County Commissioners meeting. The chairman, Thad Altman, who has been in public service for many, many years, doesn't understand the First Amendment and continually interrupted me and tried debating me without him conducting a proper investigation. He asked me if I would apologize if these allegations turn out to be false. Well, if I have already proven most of these allegations through my investigative journalism. The evidence is there. He didn't ask to see it. I said I would send it to him, and I will. But I think it's very interesting that the chairman, who doesn't understand the First Amendment, is outright defending Larry Jarnes and the people that support Larry Jarnes and the mayor and their unethical business relationship that they have. It is very concerning to me that the chairman would be so vocal so vocal as to interrupt me multiple times and to want to talk about this without getting the facts, without conducting an investigation. The disrespect and, quite frankly, odd behavior of Chairman Altman leads me to believe that he's on the take. He must be Larry Jarnes' best friend too, just like Mayor Paul Alfrey. Why would he come out so aggressively towards me, speaking facts and bringing into context everything about the relationship, the financial relationship, the personal relationship, the vacations that Larry Jarnes and the mayor have done together, and he just wanted to continually interrupt me and say that I was negative and that I was wrong without conducting any investigation, as I said. So I'm going to be investigating the chairman 100% and all of the county commissioners. They have passed the project, the multi-million-dollar project that will benefit Mr. Jarnes and his companies. He has several failed companies, and I'm told that his companies are a pyramid scheme. I don't know. I'm told by local contractors that he puts lipstick on a pig with his real estate developments. I don't know. That's what I'm being told through sources. But it's very strange that Mr. Jarnes, when given the opportunity to confront these allegations and these questions, just says Merry Christmas and takes off. I mean, wouldn't you want to address the public and say, hey, listen, you're wrong because of X, Y, and Z? But running away like a coward in the face of these damning allegations of impropriety between Larry Jarnes, the real estate developer, and Mayor Paul Alfrey, and now I think Chairman Altman, who has been a public servant for a very long time here in Florida. He served in Florida State Senate and the House of Representatives. He should know better regarding the First Amendment. But apparently he does not. He interrupted me multiple times during my public speaking time. They need to learn. When are these public servants going to really understand that we, the people, have the power here?
Now it gets even more intense. The spotlight shifts to leadership, the chairman, the officials, the entire board. Interruptions, defensive behavior, and zero investigation. That's a dangerous combination. Instead of addressing evidence, they challenge the messenger. But here's the reality. Ignoring allegations doesn't make them disappear. It only makes the system look more guilty.
They are public servants. They serve us. Whether I'm from Florida or not, it doesn't matter. They get tax dollars, and I pay a hell of a lot of money in taxes, as do we all, federal taxes. And guess what? You saw the Melbourne residents there. The only ones that spoke out in favor of this project were seated in the vicinity of Larry Jarnes and were communicating with him the entire time the meeting was going on. The chairman wants to say, oh, they're not sitting directly next to them. What kind of context is that? It's very biased. It's very biased. So that Chairman Altman, I am definitely going to be investigating you and what's going on here in Brevard County. It's unfortunate. Hopefully they give the project to another real estate developer, because I will continue to come down here and investigate, because this is ridiculous. This is actually the first time I've had the displeasure of meeting Mr. Jarnes in person. So I thought he would want to talk to me and set the record straight. We already know the mayor ran like he always runs.
Final thoughts, and listen closely. This isn't just about one project. This is about power, accountability, and whether public officials truly serve the people. When questions are ignored and voices are shut down, trust collapses. But the people are watching now. And no matter how deep this goes, the truth always finds its way out. Stay sharp.